5 CR 003550 State versus Leslie Martinez. Can I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Jim Altersdorf for Leslie Martinez.
Are you Ms. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with burglary of a habitation? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right, off the record for a moment. Oh, they were saying it was a false alarm. We're back on the record.
My wife is outside. She just let me know.
Okay. All right, we're back on the record. Did you understand if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Then to paragraph B in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
So, counsel, I can sentence her today and order her to be back here on court on Thursday, and they will give a victim impact.
That would be fine, Your Honor. May I ask that the court may consider for the fact that I'm court appointed with regard to the fine, maybe probating a portion of the fine.
Yes. All right. So why did you go over to this house?
So I was looking for my son. His dad had taken him, so I went to look for him at his aunt's house because I thought they were there.
So why do you need to look for him? Because he has your son.
Because it was we had a fight, so he didn't leave in good terms. So I was worried about my son.
All right. So this is what people need to understand, and I don't think people understand this. Even though you're a mother of the child, that's the father of the child. And when people have a child and the father takes the child, sometimes mothers feel as though, well, I'm 100% should have the child, and he should only have the child when I say so. Unless you have civil documents that say that, that's not the case. So you're entitled to have the child, he's entitled to have the child. Hopefully, people will be responsible adults and they won't be running around, causing problems or taking a child out of frustration or anger. You have to remember, the father of your child is the person that you chose. You thought this would be a great person to have a child with, and so that's the father of your child. Now, it says in here that she told you that her brother wasn't there and the child wasn't there. So why are you still trying to force your way into the apartment?
I was not trying to force myself into the apartment.
Well, that's why you're here. It says, victim stated to me that on July 17, 2024, around 050 hours, suspect made the location. And that's military time, so not a good hour to begin with. Victim stated that she was awoken by hard banging on her front door. Victim stated she opened the front door thinking it would be her mother. Victim stated when she opened the door, she noticed the suspect, that's you, who appeared to be intoxicated, who told victim she was looking for victim's brother and her child. Victim stated she advised suspect they were not at the location and for the suspect to leave. Victim stated she attempted to close the front door. Victim stated suspect began to force her way into the residence and made entry via her foot and hand. Victim stated suspect was approximately 2 steps in the apartment, and any entry of any part of the body, be it a window or whatever, that's burglary of habitation. Victim stated there was a verbal altercation between the door while holding back suspect from making further entry. Victim stated suspect caused bodily injury when she elbowed victim and caused the door handle to hit victim in the left buttocks. Victim stated there was shoving and pushing with the door between the victim and suspect. While speaking to the victim, she was able to show me bruising on her left forearm and a photograph of the bruise on her left buttocks. Victim stated witness woke up and assisted victim closing the door. So maybe you don't remember, they say you were intoxicated. So here's the thing, when people don't want you at their home, regardless of what it is, you don't force yourself in. If you think your son is there, you think your son is in danger, which it doesn't appear to be because you were intoxicated, you need to call the police.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you have custody of your son now?
Yes.
And The father of your son, does he see your son?
Yes,
No problems? Now you're here with a felony hanging over your head.
yes, ma'am.
So is this the only child you have?
Yes,
Are you employed?
yes.
What do you do?
I work at a call center.
Doing what?
We call to make appointments for hearing aids with Miracle Ear.
Okay. Any drug use?
No.
Any alcohol use?
No.
You're not allowed to drink any alcohol while you're on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There should be no contact, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 5 years deferred adjudication, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied, and anger management classes. Probation is and field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else? Sorry?
Employment.
Oh, thank you so much. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Is there anything else, probation? All right, anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So state, here's the thing. I know the sister, I'm assuming she's the sister of her boyfriend.
Sister-in-law.
All right, so you may want to talk to her. I don't know if the brother wants her to do a victim impact statement with her, but if they are all trying to be a family, may not be the best. But if she does, this is going to come back. You're going to be back in court on Thursday to hear her victim impact. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Norma, if you'll give her a reset for Thursday, if there's anything else you need?
No, ma'am.
All right. On probation to be successful in this court, communication is key. If there's an issue, let me know. If you feel that you've spoken with probation and probation is not addressing it, come back to court, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Court is calling 2024 CR 007-949, State versus Roxanne Hutchinson. Can I have parties announce?
Megan Galloway to the state and people got from the defense.
And are you Roxanne Hutchinson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the motion to revoke community supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to revoke with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Are you the same Roxanne Hutchinson who was placed on community supervision in 2024 CR 007-949 for the offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon with a felony conviction for 7 years on November 7th, 2024? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes. Are proceeding with violation of condition number 1 on or about the 19th day of February 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant Roxanne Hutchison committed the offense of theft in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. The state will waive and abandon the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty. Grant the motion and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison
Yes, ma'am.
and up to a $2,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with your violation of condition number 1 in your plea of true?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, and it would involve the following case, which there's plea paperwork before the court for the same defendant.
Yes.
The state probation and believe defense's recommendation is to continue probationer on this probation in cause number 2024 CR 007949, but to amend conditions to now include state ISF cognitive track followed by ISP. And probation did make a note upon disposition of pending cases, the plea paperwork on cause number. Well, I see at 2025 AL 002862, there's a cause number I don't see right now, but those conditions would also reflect and run concurrent with this cause number.
All right, what has she done on probation?
The only thing that Ms. Hutchison has done on probation has been to provide her DNA sample as required.
She was recording, sorry.
She was reporting, she reported last May 7th of 2025.
She had been reporting previous to that as well.
Right, I'm saying her last reporting is on that day.
All right, so here's my question. Has she done her parenting classes? All right.
Judge,
Did she obtain employment?
Judge, if I may
Yes.
inform the court, she was doing the parenting classes through CPS. She has a CPS plan because she's trying to get her child back through CPS. So she's doing the CPS classes through CPS. She has a CPS plan. So she's going through CPS. So she has a CPS plan. So she's doing her parenting classes through CPS.
All right, so how long has the CPS case been open? Was it open before this case?
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't understand why the court has received the new number one. She knows she has a CPS case, but she's picking up a new charge and she's not following through with the conditions of the court. I don't understand why I should follow the agreement to continue her.
Judge, I think she wants to
All right,
address the court.
you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Roxanne Hutchison.
All right, why is the only tangent thing that I see from you is that you're picking up a new charge?
Hey. I know it doesn't reflect in the probation report or whatever, but since then I've kicked heroin. I've been sober for 9 months. I do admit that the issue wasn't me just getting sober. I got sober, but I was still doing the same things that an addict does. I was hanging around the same people. I didn't change my surroundings or my friends. So I continued to do the same things. I'm just asking for a chance to get treatment and not go to prison. I do have a 4-year-old son that I'm fighting for.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't understand why people don't think of their children before they pick up new offenses. I'm not following the agreement that you all have reached on this motion to revoke. I'm going to grant the motion revoke. Does anybody want to speak to time? She's looking at a maximum of 10 years.
Judge, we need to confirm.
All right, sure. Just have a seat. You know, sometimes it's never, my mom always says it's never the job. Sometimes it's people. And normally they're making it difficult with that ordering of things. All right, we're back on work. We're back on the record in 2024 CR 007949, State versus Roxanne Hutchinson. All right, yes.
Judge, I'm gonna re-urge the court to consider following the recommendation from probation and what the state originally wanted. Ms. Hutchinson is before the court. She verbalized that she needs help. She's asking the court for help. It's not often that a defendant is before the court and they are asking the court for some help. She is asking for help also with CPS so that she can get help from CPS. It's well known that addicts relapse. That's not uncommon. And that's what happened with her. And because that happened, she picked up other offenses. The state of Texas is willing to give her an opportunity. So I'm re-urging the court to give her that opportunity. She's not asking for you to release her. She's asking you to send her to inpatient treatment so that she can get some help. That's what she's asking. And so I'm re-urging the court to consider that.
All right. The court, as previously stated, is finding violation condition number 1 true, and the court is going to grant the motion to revoke. Does anyone wish to speak to time?
I believe that we will be going open on that. The state understands defendant is facing up to 10 on this MTR. The other case that will be before the court shortly had thoughts. Basically, the state is thinking, we pled true to number 1, you're facing 5 or facing 10, state would ask for around 5, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, we're asking the court to sentence Ms. Hutchinson to 2 years in TDC.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. The court will request the therapeutic community. The court will give you a credit for any time served. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, please.
All right, so you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Because it's a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do y'all want to reconsider the plea bargain agreement with the theft case?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I will get this done quickly, Your Honor.
All right.
Thanks for watching Verdict Nexus, where every case meets its verdict. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on shocking courtroom moments.